bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
You know, every time I watch that, Philip, right, there's a new version of that coming. I have a friend of mine's put a different type of music. He's taken away all the talking and all the audio, and he's put a new bit of music to it. I've watched it this morning. It is fucking awesome. So I need to get that downloaded. Once I get that downloaded, I will be putting that up on YouTube. And then, guys, it's down to you. Which intro do we use? Do we use the Avengers one, or do we use the one with the new music? We will put it into a poll, Philip. What we do, the next show we do, we'll run both of them back to back, and then we'll put it into a poll, and whatever wins in that poll we'll use. But anyway, good morning. This is early for us, I know.
It is, yeah.
Very early. It's because Philip's away doing his Tom Jones impression or Roger Taylor impression in Dublin tonight, and I just fancy a day off basically because we're working very hard over the last week or so I'm having a day off after this. But we had to come on to talk about the game last night. Philip, happy Spurs fan this morning?
Happy with reservations. Happy with top of the league, happy with the first half performance, not too impressed with the second half, I'm afraid, and I don't think Ange was either from what I can read.
No,
it's as if we took our foot off the gas a bit and lacked the intensity. And let's face it, a better team than Fulham could have damaged us last night, but we got away with it. So happy days. We're top of the league. I'm not going to knock that.
No,
and we deserve to be with a record number of points from the first 9 games as well.
Yeah.
So.
And Vicario kept us in it at some points, to be fair, Philip.
2 great saves in the game, yeah. Well, 1 great save and 1 good save, yeah.
Daniela says, Coys were top of the league, she says in big capital letters. On to Palace. Hopefully no knocks coming out of the match last night. I felt that when the subs happened for us, we had no threat whatsoever to Fulham's goal. That was the problem. The subs came on, Philip, and there was nothing afterwards. It was like we went into our show and we thought 1-0 or 2-0 would be enough, which is a very dangerous game to play.
It is, but I think our problem started long before the subs came on. We didn't have a shot on target after Maddison's goal in the 54th minute. And that's a good while before the subs started coming on. The subs came on for the last 12, 15 minutes. So I think at that stage, we'd settle for 2-0. And it's never an advisable thing to do. But I think that Chelsea was the only one that made any impact at all. The rest didn't really. Okay, Royale played pretty well, but he came on earlier. So it made a couple of great blocks. But I think for once, Angie's subs weren't effective. They usually are. They weren't last night.
No. And look, Philip, where does this leave us now? We've got Palace on Friday. We've got a couple of knocks. Look, it will change. I've got an update on the knocks. Apparently, they're not as serious and they could be fit for Friday. Where does this leave us for Friday? What is Angie's mindset now for the next couple of days?
I can see the same team that started against Luton playing. I see Basuma coming in, as well as Hojbjerg played last night. I think he'll be sacrificed.
Did we really miss Basuma last night?
We did. We did. Yeah, I think we did, especially in the second half, because he would have put his foot on the ball and control things a little bit better. Then I'm not knocking Hojbjerg at all. I thought he played very well. But
I'm sick to death of people slagging the Hojbjerg. Hojbjerg was exceptional last night.
He was contended for man of the match. He was contended for man of the match.
Yeah, he was. And I am sick of people putting him down, Philip. I'm sick of people saying he cannot play Ange ball. He's not suitable for Ange ball. He did a job last night. And a lot of people are going to say today, Philip, well, he slowed the game down. If we had Basuma in there, we would have won 3 or 4-0. And they're going to blame Hojbjerg. They're going to pick him out and blame him, which is wholly unfair.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to say Spurs fans at the minute. Last season, we had the entire blame game for Dyer and Sanchez and Davies and God knows who else. And there was nothing but moaning and groaning about them. Can we cut that out this season? Okay, a lot of people don't like Hojbjerg. He's a squad player. He's a good player for us. He's a very important player for us. Can we have a season without victimization of players? Let's get behind everybody who pulls on that shirt. And who knows? I suppose we'll never get a united front. There'll always be people criticizing whatever. But let's hold back on it for a bit, lads. We're top of the league by 2 points, something we haven't been for years. I know we've been top for short periods before. We could be top now for the next 2 weeks at least if we win on Palace on Friday. So let's get behind the team now. We've never had a better opportunity to really push on and prove what a good side Tottenham are. So let's get behind them.
Yeah, look, I think the hit on Hojbjerg is ridiculous. I really do. Do you know, considering other managers picked him in the side ever presently, Philip, he was the most overplayed player we had in the squad.
And the Juventus wants him, and the Juventus don't go for players that aren't good.
No. And look, I'm going to say it now. I know Sanchez is no longer with us, but you got Sanchez, Dyer, Winks, and players like that who never got bad, who never got told they should be out of the team, who never got slagged off. But Hojbjerg, who is ever present, who was in running, I made a claim for him to be captain once Harry Kane left, Philip. I did. And he gets all the hit.
Do you not think that Sanchez, Dyer, and Winks got an awful lot of slagging? Of course they did.
No, they did not.
They got more than Hojbjerg ever got. They really did. Hojbjerg's taken up from where they left off now.
I don't agree with you, Philip. They didn't get enough. It was easy.
They got plenty from what I could see. It was nothing but
but managers got the blame before they did. And they're the ones making the mistakes, Philip. I don't agree with that. I don't agree they got an awful lot.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on that one. But Eric Dyer took far more abuse than anybody as far as I know.
He did not. He got away with bloody murder.
Oh, come on. Eric Dyer was slated by everybody. Everybody. We were slating Eric Dyer. Everybody was slating Eric Dyer.
Yeah, he didn't get Yeah, he's still at the club, isn't he?
We'll agree to disagree on that one. Hojbjerg seems to have taken up the mantle now of the one that's having to go with him.
Can I ask you a question, though, Philip? Look, I know we're short for time, so I'll be very quick with this one. Is it fair that Hojbjerg gets all this hate? Is it unfair?
No, it's not fair. It's not fair. He doesn't deserve it. Maybe the other players did. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's never cost us a goal. He's never made a rickets getting the ball back to a Liverpool player.
No.
No, he has. He doesn't deserve it.
And that's the point I'm making, Philip. Players like that have made mistakes, right? And it's put Dyer into the side. There's some people put Dyer into the side. Oh, do you feel sorry for him? He's walking on his own. Oh, do you know, and all this bullshit. Let's call the spade here. Hojbjerg was a better player than Eric Dyer.
They're different positions, but
yeah, no, they both played defensive midfielder to the move.
Well, yeah, Dyer's been a centre back now for years. But my only worry is if Romero or Van de Ven get injured. Eric Dyer is the fullback. That's why we need to invest in another centre back.
This is where January's so important, isn't it,
Yeah.
Philip? To be fair, and do you think we missed a trick in January and the summer not getting another centre back in?
I'd say it wasn't for want of trying. It just didn't happen. But I hope they can do it again in January now.
Yeah,
I think
you
they will
did
actually. Let's face it, a Tottenham team near the top of the league in January is much more attractive a proposition than a team in disarray in July, if you know what I'm coming from.
Yeah.
No,
and it all comes down to the manager, doesn't it?
It
It all
does,
comes
yeah,
down to the
yes.
Postecoglou. Look, I think he's very ruthless with the players he hasn't picked, and you can see he's ruthless, and you can see
he needs to be. He needs to be.
Yeah, that's what we needed. A few people jumping in the chats now, Philip. There was nobody, and suddenly they're all appearing like ants to honey, like bunny bees to honey. We've got Daniela. She says the poll is the truth. Yeah, I have got a poll going, and it put into my head by Mr. Brady as soon as I came in. I am not happy with that second half performance, so I decided to ask you the question: were you happy with the second half performance? And I'll tell you one thing, Philip: 14% say yes, they were happy. 86% said no, they weren't happy with that second. And I agree with you, Philip. The second half performance was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Steve D this morning, this is why the league aspirations are fantasy. Well, look, I'm saying we're going to do the double. Philip knows I'm deluded. I'm saying it now. We're doing the double. Fantasy. Philip's now thinking.
Men in white coats are on the way.
Yeah. I thought you might be ringing them. Cleared to see if we get a couple of injuries, we're in trouble. Well, I've got an update on them injuries. 7 games in December will be the acid test. Look, if I'm being sensible, Philip, and putting my sensible hat on, December will be the acid test, won't it?
Yeah, it will be. Like, for example, I think this is the 3rd or the 4th of December, we play Man City away at 5:30 on Sunday, 4:30, and we play West Ham on the Tuesday night at 7:45. It's just 48 hours between matches. That's very unfair, very unfair.
But isn't that the same for everyone?
Well, I think it is, but like that game was rescheduled from Saturday. Would be better off having Saturday to Tuesday than Sunday to Tuesday.
Well, see, Man City are probably in the Champions League, so they're going to have to play on Sunday. So there's nothing look.
It depends if the Champions League game before that.
It's the same for everyone, Philip. Look, it's the same for everyone. Everyone's. Let's just see what happens. Lily White Lane.
I don't want to sound like Jurgen Klopp complaining about the kickoff times.
Yes, Jurgen. Yes, Philip Klopp. Lily White Lane. Big up Dermot and Philip. Big up Lily White Lane. We've got Daniel Sandover. Good morning. One Love Coys. Big up Danielle. Danielle. Sorry, I meant to call you Daniel. This is early for me. This is too early for me to do a show. I'm still away in dreamland. Colin. Big up, Colin. How are you?
Hey,
How are you? Hope your head's all right. And I hope you're feeling better and you're back to full strength. And I hope your nephew's okay after getting sick after a few hours of drinking. Bless him. We've all been there. We'll be there again at some point in our lifetimes. Philip doesn't drink. Philip's a teetotal. Philip is just a total. He's somebody that you aspire to be. No, I'm being serious, Philip. I look at you. I want to be like you when I'm your age. I'm serious to God.
Right. Okay. I'll send you the book. I'll send you the manual.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah. No, seriously, I've always said that. I say to Devil, if I can be like Philip when I'm Philip's age, I'd be a happy man. I'm serious on that. I'm seriously. I look at you and I go, "Fuck me, that man has a great life." Seriously, you do. You play drums on the Tuesday, you call bingo on the Wednesday, and you're away all these like holidays and that. I'm thinking, that man's got a fucking great life. I want his life when I'm his age.
All right. Yeah.
No, I'm being serious. Actually, I'm really being serious. Yeah, me and actually Dave do joke about you going away. We think you've had more holidays.
You don't go away that often.
Yeah, but when we say like you're working for the government and you're the the new minister, you are technically the minister for foreign affairs. It is said with respect, by the way, not.
No,
joking.
thanks.
But why are you not in Israel at the moment, sorting this shit out in Israel, Philip? But why are you doing?
That's a bit too dangerous now going over something like that.
Okay, so you decided not to go over there, did you?
Imagine walking down through Gaza with a Spurs shirt on.
I saw one on the news last night. I swear not.
I've seen an Arsenal shirt.
Yeah,
All right.
I was watching Al Jazeera last night, right? The missus had the latest up. I swear to not, there was 2 people working with Tottenham shirts.
They are now.
Yeah,
They are.
and I thought to myself, fucking fair play to you lads. And this is after a beat Fulham, right? And they're sitting there having something to it with 2 proper, and they're the latest Spurs shirts as well, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know? And I'm thinking, fucking fair play to you. Fair play to you. So Colin says, afternoon, gents. Good result last night. Yeah, it was a great result last night. It was. First half was brilliant, Colin. Second half was utter shite. How are you feeling about Man United?
Big day, big night tonight at Old Trafford.
Big night tonight, yeah. Peter M, hello everyone. Great result. Yeah, it is a good result. The performance wasn't good, Philip, but the result was good.
But you know something, Dermot, though, they always say it's a sign of a good team if you can win without playing really well. And that's what we did last night, you know.
Do you know, this is what gets me excited, Philip. It reminds, look, I wasn't around for 60-61, but I've been looking at the results and looking at the times back then. And we won some very close games. Not every game was 4 or 5-0, you know. There was a few 1-0s in there. There was a few 2-1s in there.
Yeah.
We've got Chris Welch. Big up, lads. Hope you're well. Big up, Chris. Hope you're doing well. A very level-minded Liverpool fan. And the Carlisle fan as well on to boot as well. So big up, Chris. You're welcome. Steve D, I'm sorry. I've never rated PEH Højbjerg, not even under previous managers. That doesn't mean I hate him. I simply don't think he offers enough. The golf is evident with Bazouma's not playing. Look, we said that last night. I will do my own video on Højbjerg. Look, we all know Philip Bazuma is a far better player. No question whatsoever. And we know Bentancur is a far better player. But as a backup, would you rather keep Højbjerg or would you rather keep Skippy? And that's the question. Only one can stay as a backup. Who would you pick?
Although I must say, Skip made an amazing tackle last night, which is, then he makes a tackle and gives the ball away when he gets it, you know. But no, I think Højbjerg, I think we all agree Bazuma and Bentancur will be in the team ahead of him, but he's what a player to have in your squad to come in when needed. If
he's down in the trenches, you said it yesterday, he's a player you want in the trenches. He really is. But big up Steve D. We respect your opinion. Fair play to you. Peter Rem says a good team can even win when they're not playing their best. Last night was okay on balance. I agree that we have to be in top 3 in January for a serious title talk. Philip, are we getting too ahead of ourselves by saying Spurs are in the title race? Or do you,
you know where I come from on this, Dermot? I'd love to say it. I really would love to say it. But at the moment, the most I'm going to go for is that we're going to get in the top 4. Now, any advance on that is a bonus, and I'm open to changing my mind as the season goes on. But after 9 games, we've done very, very well. There are bigger tests to come, and then we get through those. Then yes, maybe we will be. But just at the minute, the most I'll go to say is that I think we're quids in for Europe in the Champions League next season.
We definitely are.
Be wrong.
Yeah. Look, I think we are in the title race, and I'm saying the double's on. That's me. I'm just going away.
So lucky we knocked out the Carabao Cup. You'd be saying the treble.
I would be, yeah. And I would quite. Colin says, ask me after tonight's match. Let me know, Colin, about the protests. What's happening with the Glazer outs? Is there any big protest planned for tonight or Sunday against Man City? Let us know. Højbjerg Peter M says, Højbjerg is a first choice Denmark player. Skippy is on the fringes. That's the point, isn't it, Philip? Højbjerg is a full international.
Oh, yeah.
Ever present for Denmark. Got on the fringes of the England squad.
I don't know. I don't think he's even in the fringes. He was in the under-21s, all right, but I don't think he's. There's a lot of players ahead of him for that position in the England team.
Do you think that makes a difference, Philip? Who stays, who goes?
Well, I don't think Skippy will be going anywhere. I think he'll stay, but he won't be playing. So if you know what I'm going from, he'll be a squad player. That's all. I don't think they'll sell him.
Yeah. Steve D comes back with another fair point again. He says, that's fair enough, but I'm tired of choosing mediocrity. We've done that too long. I agree with you. I do agree with you on that. But look, I just think Højbjerg is good there as a squad player. If you need somebody to come on for 10, 15 minutes to batter down the hatches, Højbjerg is your man. I agree with you. Papa Sarr or Bentancur or Basuma will get ahead of him. But don't forget that Bentancur and Højbjerg played well together last season for the majority of last season before Bentancur got injured. And then we saw the drop-off in midfield, Philip. Because Skippy did not play well with Højbjerg, we didn't have another midfielder. Do you know what I mean? So, look, I agree with Steve's saying. I agree with you're saying, Philip, but I think if you want a backup, I think Højbjerg is your man.
I'm saying that. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
He played well last night, Philip,
I
think he really did. Steve D says Peter, M. Maguire, Phillips, and Henderson are first-team picks internationally.
Yeah, plus Declan Rice is in there as well. Declan Rice.
True.
So that skips us a lot of players to get ahead of.
People are calling to boycott the game against City. People are trying to organise a walkout on the 5th minute of the game. Philip, things are getting very serious at Old Trafford. Look,
I'll tell you one thing. I can imagine walking out in the 75th minute or the 80th minute of a game. But imagine paying 80 or 90 quid for a ticket and then walking out after 5 minutes.
I say
might be that many takers,
I say that'd be all the season ticket holders that will do that.
Yeah. That could be tricky now. That could be very tricky.
Well, look. Have they got a right to? Is that better than like when they got the Liverpool game abandoned, Philip?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like you don't want to go the route of getting games called off. I mean, that's not doing anybody any favors. But a walkout from the ground is peaceful protest, perfectly legitimate.
But also, with it being the first home game since Bobby Charlton passed away, do you think United
that might put a damper on it, because that could be taken as a huge disrespect to Bobby Charlton? It could be. It might put a damper on the whole thing. All right, but then again, tonight is the first game after Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
After Bobby Charlton's death, so maybe Sunday won't be classed as that. So Sunday might be a target.
Yeah, that's true. Peter M says disorder at Old Trafford is only good news for us. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. And then he says, if we think United are having trouble, think what's going on. What's happening at Ajax?
They're 17th in the league. Worst start ever, in the sacked their manager yesterday.
Jesus.
17th. They got beaten 4-3 on Sunday.
Whoever thought of that? Now, Philip, a few bits of news. Now we're short on time, so here we go. Tottenham Postecoglou offers update on Destiny and Papa Sarr after the Fulham win. Tottenham expect both Papa Sarr and Destiny to be fit to face Crystal Palace in the London derby on Friday, which is great news. Absolutely great news. You were worried last night for Papa Sarr, I think, coming off, weren't you?
It was just the way he walked off the pitch. I just felt there was something, maybe something given on him, but obviously it was just a precaution, which is good.
Yeah. Now, not happy at all. James Managing shares what Postecoglou told Tottenham's players in the changing room at full time. Now, I've got the quote here. Do you want to read that out, Philip?
Yeah, it was kind of the same, to be fair. He said, obviously, buzzing to win the game, getting the changing room, and the gaffer is not happy at all. But he just felt the second half performance was a bit off, a bit complacent, a bit sloppy. It's just a reality check, but that's him. That's his mentality, and that's probably why he's won everything where he's been. We'll take that on board. But listen, even in them moments when we're not at our best, we still had some big moments as well. Scored in the second half, created some chances, and overall, I think we'll all be happy with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think by going in, not saying great performance, that's great result. If he'd have done that, the guys would have said, that's great. We'll do the same again on Friday. But now the boys know they can't do the same again on Friday. They've got to improve it, because I think Palace away is going to be a much tougher test than Fulham at home. And if we come through that test on Friday, then we can start to be very positive about the season, I think. So I'll just keep going. This column saying shows you how good Ten Hag actually was. Yeah, Ten Hag was good at Ajax. But you normally expect Ajax to be first or second in the Dutch league. To see them down to 17th is quite unbelievable,
Yeah.
Then,
go on, Philip. Sorry.
Peter Emma saying, hi, Colin. Ten Hag is your best bet right now. I think he is, actually. I think he is. But I have a good friend as a United fan, and he's totally disillusioned with the whole team. He thinks none of the team are worth their place at Old Trafford, not one of them. So,
No.
Anyway,
look,
Colin was saying 100%, Peter. Only issue is we have players who don't know or can't play how he wants to. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm just after saying, yeah.
Look, I think Postecoglou had every right to be angry last night, Philip. He really did. And I
He was
think if
angry
you
in
look,
the TV interview afterwards. You could see it
he
in his
was.
face.
Yeah, and look, will these players now take it on, Philip? Will these players
Yeah.
take it on board?
They will. They will. I think they will because they're taking everything else he told them on board.
Yeah.
They bought into his policies right, left, and centre from the very start. So I think they will actually. In fact, last night might have been a blessing in disguise that they did that in the second half because they now know not to incur the wrath of the manager by doing it again next Friday. So I think you'll see a much more positive and much more full performance from Tottenham next Friday.
I think so, Philip.
Yeah,
I think so. Big up to David Sitcher, who's become a Madders. He's welcome to the Madders membership. He's become a YouTube member, Philip. Thank you so much again, David. It really do appreciate it. And look, it means a lot to me and Philip. So thank you so much. Philip, do you want to say anything to David?
And David, yeah. I enjoyed some of your comments yesterday. Yeah, well done. And I hope you enjoy what the content here. And feel free, like whatever view you have, don't be scared to put it here because we're very, very open to all viewpoints here, be it positive or negative.
And also, come on if you're around for a watch along. If you want to come on and join me and Philip for a watch along, that membership gathers you for a watch along. Philip, when we're going to have the updated with the chat? I know David's a bit late for the competition. Well, when we're going to come in? When's the latest next update for that competition?
Well, it'll be another week or two. We only did it there 2 weeks ago. We do it once a month now.
So let me bring up
towards the end of the month.
Yeah, let me bring up. That's the latest score in there. Do you want to go through the scores there for us, Philip? I've got them here. Oh, if you want to go into the pools, is that the latest one? No, it's not.
That's the no. I don't know if that's the latest one. Hold on, I think I have the latest one here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Now, if you started again there, Dermot, I'll tell you.
Oh, here we go. There we go. That's the latest one.
Yeah, that's the latest one.
Yeah. We've got Chris at 272, Ollie at 266, Joe at 266. We've got DJS at 266, Royce at 260, NL at 259. We've got Wayne at 258, Paul at 255, Peter M at 249. We've got Lee Richards at 247, Disabled Team at 246, Column, you're at 239. You do have the chance to come back. This is you're like United, you're sort of stuck in the bottom half of the table, not doing particularly well. So either sack your manager or sack your board, but vision is yours. Neil S at 237, KVP at 235, Joseph's at 22, and poor old Nathan, right? 222, and poor old Nathan's at the bottom of 219. But as we say, Philip, things can change.
Oh, I mean, that can change in a week. I mean, it's the way I just explained for anyone who doesn't know what this is. This is a pools prediction league that I'm in for years. What we do is we pick 27 matches every weekend, and we predict whether it's going to be a home win, away win, or a draw. You get 1 point for a home, 2 for an away, and 1.5 for a draw. And this virtual, you can pick the number of goals and who's going to score 4 goals. Anyway, all the scores are put together, and every month then we update the score line. But it goes on for the entire season. There's 50 games in the season.
So these were all for now. Do we add David into that? Can we add David into that?
What I'll do is there's only 16 places, right?
Yeah.
But what I might be able to work something there. I think if somebody has dropped out, I might be able to replace him in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Would be a substitute.
Yeah, and the winner gets a Tottenham shirt of their choice, don't they?
Yeah,
that's the winner.
I should also say we're still waiting on Norman Gillard to come on. His book has now been launched, or just about to be launched. I've got a full copy of it as well to give away, an actual hardback copy of the book.
I tell you what, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I might do a question tomorrow with that for them.
Yeah, and we'll get rid because I have the book here. Might as well get rid of it now. Yeah.
So we'll do a question for that. We've got Classy Clasher 3. To be fair, it's good that Ange actually is trying to raise the standard after all these seasons. Yeah. Okay, Colin saying breaking news: Tortelli banned for a year.
Tonali banned for a year. That's the boy that was betting on the matches in Milan.
Yeah. David said, "G'day, Philip. G'day."
Whereabouts are you based, David? You sound like a Aussie, no?
Yeah, I think he's from Australia. We've got David says, appreciate lads. We've got Colin says, #Cole Mount. There you go, laughing emojis. He's making the comeback. And then David says, please, no, Tony. We do not need his baggage at our club. Players, please, what do you think? I don't want him. I do
No.
not want him anywhere near a club because
Mm.
you don't know if he's going to bet against us. That would be in my head. If he misses a goal, did he bet against us to lose? And that's an awful thing to think of a player, Philip, isn't it?
It is shocking.
Right. I know you have to shoot off, Philip. So if you want to shoot off,
Yeah, if you don't mind, sorry, Dermot, I'm running very late today, and I have to go to Dublin now. So
Yeah.
a lot of stuff
yeah,
to do.
I'll carry on for a few more minutes. If Colin wants to jump on with me, can he let me know and I'll send them?
Yeah,
the
that'd be
link?
good. That'd be good. I'm sorry about this, Dermot. So
No, it's okay.
circumstances
That's right.
dictate. So listen,
yeah.
lads, I'll talk to you soon, and as always, come on, you Spurs.
Yeah. If Colin's there, big up Philip, and we see you. We're on tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. See ya. All the best.
See you later, sir. All the best. Right, I'll take him out there. There is Philip, who's just left us there. We've got Chris Rush. Good win for Spurs. Look, it was a good win, but it was a win with a bad second half performance. But look, let's look, as Philip says, if you play bad and you're picking up wins, it's signs of a good side. It really does. We've got Chris says Fulham should be worried. Lack of goals at the start of the season and second season syndrome. Yeah, that is true. Fulham, I tell you what, Fulham played well in that second half, and we're unlucky. But I think we had too much quality. But look, Vicario for me was brilliant. He made some brilliant saves there last night. But big up, Chris. We've got David says Espana, Western Australia on the East Coast. Nice. That is nice. Peter Ram says, since that YouTube interview, I've gone off Ivan Toney. He wants to go to Arsenal. And in any case, yeah, he does. So let him go there. You don't want Tony. Oh dear. No, we do not want Tony. Peter Ram says, big up Philip. Grandma was Irish. Yep, that is so true. And Colin saying, I'm at work, unfortunately, mate. Well, look, I am going to end it there. As I said, we've got a new intro with different music. So what I'm going to do is, the poll. The poll. I mustn't forget the poll. Keep forgetting the poll. And the poll is, we didn't run it for very long because we've only been on for about half an hour. 15 votes. Were you happy with the second half performance? 73% say no. 26% said yes. And then Peter Ram, also a member, is welcoming David, and Davidson's big up in the chat. Welcome, David. Listen, that is the show of the post-match show. Look, you've got me and Philip sort of questions. We're back tomorrow, of course, at 4:00 with our normal show. And then we are going to do the Champions League review. Day is it tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday, we're doing 2 shows Thursday. And then, of course, we've got the build-up, of course, on Friday to the Palace game. And then Saturday, we're back on then with Around the Grounds. We've got the World Cup final in the rugby Saturday evening. And then Sunday, we may do some Formula 1 because it is the Mexican Grand Prix. I keep threatening we'll do Formula 1. We may do it. But big up, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Yeah. And come on, you Spurs. In Big Ange, we trust.
To bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles.
That they never could.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.